Hello, this video is just marking like, sorry, I just like literally don't know what happened, but it didn't record like the last 2 minutes of talking. As it never fucking does, apparently. But this is like a marking a moment, kind of signaling, what's the word? When you're, sorry, sort of a Curtis Connor thing. But when you're like, signaling, I swam in the ocean. I swam in the Atlantic Ocean today. It was fucking beautiful. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Cannot recommend enough to go and swim in the ocean. Go and swim in the ocean. I don't give a shit what time of year it is. Go and swim in the fucking ocean. My God. Jesus Christ. Anyway, hold on. Signposting. I feel like this is a signpost. Not a signpost though. I don't know. I'm just like, this just feels like a moment. Not a moment though. It feels like the 3 months surrounding this moment, like the 1.5 months in the future, 1.5 months in the past, where there's just a big change happening. And I feel like self-growth, I feel like I haven't grown in so long, and I feel like I'm actually growing now and getting like a deeper, broader grasp on life, on different ways you can live life, on different people, on different like experiences and different things. Am I any less autistic and weird and awkward to interact with? No. But I'm starting to care less. I'm starting to give less of a shit how I'm being perceived, because now I care how I am perceiving. I literally have just like been having like over and over like realizations again and again of like, I'm not actually just here to perform. I am not actually just here as a thing for others to look at, for others to accept or not accept, or to judge, or to like, I'm not literally just like a glass container for people to like inspect and like perform and like make myself have little fun swirls one day, or little like subtleties one day, or like say all of the right things. Like, I'm not there for that. I'm there to fucking do that to everything else. I'm here to dance. I danced last night. I danced in front of people. In front of people in a wide open space. People could clearly see me. Other people were also dancing. And they were all like 20 years older than me. But it was amazing. And I just fucking let loose. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Sorry. It actually did take me a bit to not give a shit. And there were moments where I was dancing and I'm like, I give a lot of a shit of what I'm being perceived as right now. But I'm just going to continue. And like, I really had to like get into a zone where I'm like, I'm tapping into the music right now. I am the music. Music is me, and I don't care how I'm being perceived. And yes, a video was taken and I am in it and it's on social media. I'm very much in the distance and you can't see me unless you're me and you're looking for me, because I didn't see anyone else in that video but myself. And that's what I kept telling myself. I'm like, I'm self-aware, and everyone else here is just thinking about how they're being perceived, or they're not giving a shit. And no one here is judging a single other person. And if they are, it's pretty lame, and that just shows that they're really insecure and they have to take it out on other people's. So that was like really cool. So I just like feel like that's really cool that I'm like, I don't know, learning and stuff. And also like someone said to me recently, they were like, when people are lying on that deathbed, they're not saying they're sitting like listing all of the regrets of things they did do. They're sitting listing all of the regrets of things they didn't do. Although I've like heard actual research of people who like see a lot of people on their deathbeds, and the main thing that people regret is that they worked too hard. So yeah, that is really true, and I can definitely see that in a lot of people that I know. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna regret working too hard. Mostly like maybe I shouldn't say, I have a digital footprint, but like, I don't know, I feel like I know a lot of people and I'm like, you just need to like chillax. You just need to like spend like, I don't know, stop stressing. And I'm gonna be one of those people. I need to also tell those things to myself as well, because I don't want to just like be working my whole life and working for other people. And I honestly don't think I am. Like, when it comes down to it, I'm not, like, sometimes I feel guilty for like not, okay, I need to like, I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt, because I'm like, I'm kind of feeling out this sentence while I'm saying it, but I feel like I don't work very hard. I do, but I feel like I'm not gonna overly push myself to be like I'm not a complete perfectionist with things, unless it comes to like working on something internal where it's like I'm alone kind of. Okay, I'm a hard worker when it comes to like creativity, and when it comes to writing, and when it comes to that kind of stuff, like editing, I get a bit of perfectionism with. But like, I feel like I'm really not gonna push myself past, like, it is such a capitalism thing, a capitalist idea that it's like so glorified to just work to like the more than maximum amount that we should be, and to just put in your entire soul. And there's like an honorary sort of like feeling with that, like there's like a bragging rights to that, being like, yeah, I fucking put in like the hard yards, I fucking like broke my back lifting this stone, you know what I'm saying, I fucking like sold my soul for this, and I completely like destroyed my whole life to get this done. And it's like, why the fuck is that so normalized and like so accepted, and not just accepted but expected as well, for you to just like work the extra mile? And I'm not saying that there's not value and like, you know, a good, you know, thing to come of like effort and like actually caring about what you're doing, but when it's so ingrained that it's like you have to bust your balls to fucking like do this, it's like it just gives this culture of like we're hurting ourselves and we're resenting the system instead of like working with the system that's there. Like, I don't know. And don't get me started on the system as well. I've also just been like watching, I'm just like, I'm waiting for the internet to just fucking die at this point, and just like for all the AI to just like cycle through itself and just like eat itself and cannibalize itself until it's like, okay, bye internet, live theater time. Well, that's my career gone. But like, oh my god, just watched a video of Hank Green that he just posted saying, don't follow your dreams, follow your toolkit, or follow your tools. And it was literally like, he's like, don't have dreams. And I'm like, damn, he's so right. Because like, if you have dreams, you watch opportunities pass you by, and you're like, because that's not the thing that I want, so I'm not going to do that. So what I'm thinking is that I need to be more open-minded, instead of being like, this is the thing that I want to do, and I'm going to like follow that because that's my dream and that's the part of my identity. This is something I've struggled with for a long time, is like the attachment of like what I want to do and what I'm interested in to my identity, and like other people attaching that to my identity. And part of that is my fault, because I have a hard time having conversations with people, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I have a hard time having conversations with people. I feel like it's just an at the moment thing though. Like, I go through phases in life where I'm like so social. Like, first half of 2025, I was so social. I was like, hello everyone, I'm speaking, I'm talking, hello. And then like at the moment, it's because I'm in a new environment, I'm just not feeling very social. I'm very addicted to being on my own, and I'm loving it. I'm actually loving my own space, not living with other people, cooking for myself, washing up for myself. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good not living with family. I'm just kidding. Or like, you know. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, but at the moment I'm not very good at having conversations with people. What was I saying after that? Right. So a lot of the time people will be like, so what about you? Or it's like my turn to talk. And then I'm like, I have to like spit out like the, give me your name, your age, and a fun fact about you kind of thing. That's like literally what's ingrained in my brain. And I'm like, I'm into film and TV. And that's like all I'm able to manage to spit out. Because like, what else? The fuck? Like, people like tell me about you, and I'm like, there's a lot. And there's also not a whole lot. But it's like, do you want to know? Like, I really struggle with like grasping. Like, I understand there are certain things you don't say to people you don't know very well, or that you're supposed to like ease into the deep stuff, right? You start off light and then you kind of get to the deep stuff. But I struggle with like, what the fuck is in between? What the fuck is in between like this fun little tidbit about me that I'm like really into film and editing and stuff, and then like all of like family history and all of the fucked up things that like make me who I am and stuff. Like, what's the stuff in between? How do you get from here to here? That is actually my question. This is my question. Because, music. I love talking about music. I can talk about like playing music, different artists, different history and artists. I love listening to people as well. I love listening to people. And sometimes I was thinking about this today, right? Like, I was meeting a lot of new people today, and it's just like interesting to like just listen to people. But then I feel like I don't have much to offer in return. And I was thinking about it. It's like, often I feel like in my life I've been raised up to think like, me talking about my own perception and my own experiences and my own like opinions and stuff is not very wanted, and it's kind of like in the way, and I like don't want to interrupt other people's like conversation. I'm just like happy to sit there and kind of observe it and spectate it. But then it's sort of like, do I actually owe these people like a response? Like, I'm here, I'm in their space, they are probably curious about me, right? Like, I feel like I've been taught all of the wrong things, and I need to like rewire the way that I think and actually like realize these people are probably curious about me, and it might be like at least like it might be polite of me, like it might be my polite obligation to give them something instead of just sitting there. Like, it might be more, it's probably better for me to actually just like, hey, this is, here's what I think of this, or like, oh, here's what my experience is. And because I've learned through whatever fucking, I don't know, childhood feels like such a word at the moment, but like whatever has been taught to me in the fucking pathways that have formed, it's like something is in there that's like, whatever I know is actually not as valuable to other people, and I'm much more interested in just listening and learning from other people, and not, because I really don't feel like I have anything to add a lot of the time, and that I'm just much better off consuming and being there to like make people not only just feel smart, but also like seen, and like I want to hear people, I want people to feel heard and stuff, and I want to like, this is the thing, I'm like, Hank Green is telling me to follow my toolkit, and I'm like, well, I just applied to film school, but I've been told by a lot of people that I'd be a good counselor. I actually don't know if I'd be a good counselor, because sometimes I really fuck up and say the wrong things because I'm like, I have to say something. But obviously if I get the training and stuff for that, then whatever. But I've also been told that fucking psychology at uni is a pain in the ass, and you kind of need to do it for like a minimum 6 years to actually get a decent career out of it. And I'm like, but like, honestly, not mad about going to uni for 6 years. I don't know, but I've already fucking applied to film school, so for next year. So that's like the thing, right? That's the thing I've always wanted to do. So that's what I'm doing. But it's like, am I passing up other opportunities? But then it's like, if I'm passing up those opportunities by giving up film, then it's like, well, I'm passing up the film opportunity. I just don't fucking know anymore. But I don't know, like, I've been thinking about this like thing of like, I owe people a slice of myself when I meet them, like, and it's having the self-worth to recognize that, and to see that other people are curious about me, and other people can actually learn from me, and that I do have things to offer, and I should offer these things. Not just this super like self-care sort of like, I am so amazing, so therefore I should like share things about myself because I care about myself. It's like, no, I care about other people, right? Therefore I should give them something, right? Like, everyone can be helped by one another. That's like the thing, is like, I help you, you help me. This is a thing that I'm reading in Haruki Murakami, Norwegian Wood, is like, and that I'm getting from the book, is that like, just in the little community of Naruto, where they're like, look, even if you're like not a patient here, if you haven't read the book, you're not gonna fucking know what I'm talking about. But like, and I'm not going to spoil anything either, but if you're a patient here in the sanctuary place, you're going to help the staff members with something, and the staff members will help you with something, and everyone's kind of just like equal. Like, some people get paid to stay here, some people pay to stay here, but at the end of the day, like, we're all like human, and we all need help with things, and we all have things to help other people with. And I'm like, damn, have I been like passing myself up the opportunity to help other people with stuff? Like, what the fuck can I help with? Okay, there is actually something I could help with. I could help with editing with this one person. I want to be like, hello, you mentioned this to me, and it's been playing on my mind, and I would like to, if you are open to this, I would love to sit down with you and look at editing this, and look at like what you would what you would want to get out of it and what you would want to portray. Like, I'll be honest about my experience that, you know, like I've edited a lot of things for myself and stuff, and like I can edit, but I haven't done it seriously, you know, and I probably won't be very good until like a couple of years down the line when I can actually like get something. But like, this was a really cool like opportunity. I'm like, I really want to explore this, because like I really want to like explore what my actual tools and my actual skills and what my actual knowledge and my actual thoughts and my actual opinions are, because I feel like my whole life I've just been like absorbing, you know, and not really thinking my own ways, because I've been so obsessed with perspective throughout my whole life that like I forget about my own perspective. I really do. Like, I feel very transparent. I feel like this is something I kind of touched on in my like, do you ever feel like 25% of a person video? I feel very transparent a lot of the time and not whole, and like I'll fly on the wall a lot of the time, and I've been very comfortable in that, and I think I've been too comfortable in that. And I really like when I fully like gauge in a moment like, oh my god, I'm an actual whole person, like even physically, if I even just physically look at myself and I'm like, I am a whole person, whole, I am full, and my skin is not see-through, my skin is not transparent, and it's not like, you know, I can't just move through my own skin. You can slap me in the face and I'll fall. You can punch me and there'll be a bruise. Like, I'm whole. I am flesh. I am blood. I'm like, and then in my soul as well, that I'm just as much of a person as any other 20-year-old is. Like, or, you know, fucking 103-year-old is, or 3-year-old is. It is also so much easier for me to talk to kids, I think, because there's just no pressure. There's just no pressure talking to kids. There's no, like, what are the adults going to think? It's like kids will just instantly like you because you're older kind of thing. And if you're nice to them, they seek your approval because you're older. You're an authority kind of, like, role already. And therefore, if you're nice to them, they just like you because you're, like, an older person. They like me. And they're, like, fun. All you have to do is be semi-fun to a kid and they'll like you. And it's like, oh, this is great, this is easy. And I also love like hanging around kids because they're just in the fucking moment, and it's like, it really is so grounding, and it's like so nice to just be brought back to the moment. And sometimes, like today I was like babysitting these kids, and I was like, I found myself just like, they were talking, and then I just like I just blanked out and zoned out. And I do this a lot, where I just blank and zone out. Like, I really have to make an effort to consciously be in a conversation and be like, it's really hard to explain, especially with all of the stuff I just said about listening and stuff, because while I'm listening to stuff, there's also so many other things I'm like observing in the room, and I'm like wondering so much about the person. I just wonder too much about other people, I think, that I really need to just like, I don't know, maybe I just let out every single thought I ever have on this. Like, I'm acting as if I have never have anything to say. Chloe, you have like hours on YouTube and hours more of videos that I haven't uploaded to YouTube and stuff that are just like sitting, I don't know, deleted in some cloud somewhere, because I just delete videos sometimes if I can't be fucked uploading them. If I'm like, I don't think I said anything really of value in that video, bye. At least I got it out, you know, this is an outlet. I have an outlet in a microphone, fuck you. Anyway, but I spent a lot of time like observing like all the things around me. Like, for example, I was just sitting in a house today and I was just reading all the posters on the wall and wondering like, where did they get these from? Why did they buy these? And then I spent a lot of time like wondering like, these people, like, they're speaking in a specific way. It feels very performative, like the way that you're speaking. I'm like, would you really be genuinely speaking this way? Sorry, I just got a text. Would you really be speaking this way okay, I'm gonna go in literally like 2 seconds because I need to go respond to that message, because it's like, the fuck? I don't care about you guys. I care about this person. Anyway, but like, sorry, I just got really excited. Hold on. Like, would you really be speaking in this way? Like, do you really have to make everything so like intellectual? And it's like, yeah, you talk a lot about, like, I get very judgmental, and then I get judgmental of my own judgments, and there's just a lot going on when I'm interacting with other people, where I'm like observing the entire situation and every single possibility and every single like hypothetical like reason why. Oh my god, there's a little red bug, that's very cute. Okay, hello. But and every single little different thing that could be like all the reasons why people are saying things in their head. Are people really, and then like on top of like all of my observations, I'm also like hyper analyzing like my own facial expressions and how the fuck I'm coming across, and I'm like, is my eye contact too strong now? Should I make less of it? I don't know how to look away. If I look away, is it gonna seem rude? Fuck, Clara, you're so autistic. Babe, I know. And then it's like, oh my god, but then I have like no control over like if I'm, sometimes I get into this like flow state of socializing where I'm just like rattling off all the right words, and it's like all making sense and all flowing together, and all the words are conjoining, and it's like, oh my god, I feel so good and I feel so liked, and I just get so obsessed with this idea of being liked, and I don't know why. Like, I feel like I used to not give a shit if people like me or not. That's actually a lie. I used to say I didn't care, but I really did. I just wanted to be different. I've always cared what people think of me, and it's really annoying and very limiting, really, to my own experience. But like, I think one thing that really has been helping me is just like, instead of being like, oh my god, I really want to accommodate to these people and like really want to come off the right way, I'm like, okay, let me go look at that view over there. Let me go help myself to like scope out this corner of this room, instead of being like, am I allowed to walk in this spot of this house? I'm not joking. This is the shit that I fucking put myself through, is like that it would probably be such an annoyance, and so, I would be so in the way if I stood in that corner over there away from everyone. I'm probably not allowed to go over there. They'd probably prefer me to sit here. This is where it makes sense for me. It's like, I can't do anything that would be possibly out of character, but then I create the character of myself to be really like shy and stuff. So then it's like this rule of like, now you can't say anything, or like, now you can't like do anything outrageous, like stretch your arms too far apart, or like relax your jaw, or like your shoulders or something, or like put your like foot over the top of your leg. Like, it's not like that deep, but like with the going to different places inside of a house, like that is. But today I was really good. I looked at some paintings. I just like stood in a different, I just like looked through a doorway into the bathroom. I looked out the window while people were talking and stuff, and I was like listening and stuff. But then two people started to kind of have their own conversation. Someone else went over that way, and I'm like, I'm gonna go over that way. I'm gonna go say hi to this little friendly cat on the ground. I'm gonna walk a different route than they're walking. I can still see them, and we're doing like the house tour and stuff, but I'm just gonna like go this side of the garden instead of that side of the garden, and look at this thing over here because I'm interested in that, and actually following my actual interests instead of fucking performing every single second, instead of every single second being a performance and being like this is what I'm expected to do, therefore I have to do it, and like fitting in. I'm like, fuck that. Let it go. Let it out. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like this is a very transitional period where I'm like entering a new level of like growth, where I'm like becoming more of like who I actually am and stuff, and it's really annoying that I've like been, I guess, conditioned by literally myself to think that any sense of caring about myself or thinking about myself is narcissism. Like, I used to psychoanalyze myself so much, and like everything, like so much, like more than I do now, like as a 14-15-year-old, that I did mental gymnastics thinking about how, like, I don't know, this was like the biggest fucking thing of growth I ever did, was like, oh my god, I learned so much discipline. I like don't even remember half the shit, but like I learned so much discipline in a good way and a bad way. I disciplined myself to not talk, because this is when the conditioning of like I don't matter, of like I'm a transparent thing on the wall that should be seen and not heard, and preferably not seen either. Like, this is where it all started, because I started to just like care so much more about other people than myself, and like saw so much value in other people, and like I just like was not relevant to myself, was it like anyone, and I don't know. It's like, it is sad, actually. I'm allowed to feel sad about that. Also, I saw someone like who seemed like to be a very naturally very accommodating person, and today like they have like a lot of like food allergies and stuff, and someone was talking about like, hey, I'm gonna make this thing, but it has this in it, would you like me to make you, and it was like a sweet thing, and they were like, would you like me to make you one that doesn't have that in, just for you? And she was about to say like, no, I don't need that, but then she was like, actually, yes, I do. I would love for you to do that. You know what? That would be great. I would love that. And it's like, hell yeah. Like, normalize like actually accepting help, or accepting someone being extra nice to you, or like offering to do something nice for you because you deserve it and because they want to do a nice thing for another person. People want to help other people. Accept help, give help, and accept help. This is the thing with me. I would give and never accept, and it's like, that just makes people feel awkward. That just makes people not want to like be around you, or give you, or like accept help from you because they feel bad. And people want to help because people want to feel helpful, and I should know that as someone who just wants to help and just wants to feel helpful, and I don't really care all that much about being helped. But then it's like, it is great to be helped. It is really great to be helped a lot of the time. And if you can like exchange help and stuff, like it's like what we're supposed to do in humanity, to be honest, and capitalism has ruined us. Partially. So anyway, I feel like I'm learning so much about the world and about things and about myself. Like I need to invest more in myself, as much as it pains me to say, and as much as I'm like, you already have invested in yourself so much. And like, it's not like I don't have self-worth, you know? Like, if someone is disrespectful to me, like I've cut a lot of people out who have been disrespectful to me, you know? Like, I've done a lot of work on making sure I have boundaries and making sure I don't, you know,